Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about a story of the silent patient. The story starts from Alicia Branson, a painter. She murders her husband of 7 years, Gabriel Branson. She neither denies her guilt or provides an explanation for her murder. In fact, she is either unable or unwilling to speak. Detained at home prior being going for trial, she makes her only statement about the murder in front of form of a painting, which she titles Alcides, about the ancient Greek play. Among the fascinated crowds who visit the gallery see the painting firsthand as a Theo Faber, a professional physiotherapist, the primary narrator of the novel. He is both professionally and personally enthused by Alicia's ongoing silence. Theo's interest in psychotherapy stems from his own struggles with mental health. Raised by an abusive father, Theo credits his former psychiatrist Ruth with helping him to recover from suicidal depression. As the story develops, Theo reveals more about their own personal life, including his personal and relationship with wife Kathy, an American stage actress whose personality gives Theo his first taste of real happiness. After finding suspicious message on her laptop, however, he begins following Kathy, hoping to find her in an affair. At trial, Alicia is declared not guilty by means of dismissed responsibility. Years later, Alicia has continued to maintain her silence despite the best efforts of the staff at the group, the psychotic ward where Alicia has been institutionalized since the trial. Theo remains fascinated by Alicia and he applies to work at the group to uncover the cause of her silence. At the group, Theo meets Diomedes, who runs the psychiatry unit, Indira, a friendly therapist, Yuri, an easygoing nurse, Stephanie, the stern manager of group, Rowena as an art therapist, and the Christian with whom Theo does not get along. Theo also meets the patients at the group, including Alicia, who has not responded to treatment and remains heavily medicated. Hoping to break through the Alicia, Theo feels that the must better understand her life in order to discover source of her trauma. He requests interviews with those who know Alicia before the murder, including Jean Felix, whose gallery represented Alicia's art. Theo also meets Alicia's brother-in-law, Max Branson, who claims that Alicia has been seeing a therapist unofficially at Gabriel's insistence. During a visit to Alicia's family, Theo learns a good idea about Alicia's unhappy childhood from her cousin Paul and her unpleasant aunt Lydia. In Alicia's diary entries written prior to Gabriel's murder, she reflects upon the death of the mother in a car accident, but she feels was in fact a deliberate and suicidal act. She also writes about her passionate love of her husband and her hatred of Max, who has attempted to kiss and touch her inappropriately on several occasions. In a present day, Max calls in complaint to group regarding Theo's behavior, and Diomedes agrees that Theo has transgressed professional boundaries despite orders to contact Alicia's family and friends. Theo meets again with Jean Felix, who recommends that Theo read Alcides by. In a play, a woman offers to sacrifice herself in place of her husband, who is all willing to accept her sacrifice. At the group, Theo was some hard breakthroughs with Alicia, who at first responsible to his attempts to engage her in art therapy before attacking him without warning. He is encouraged by his response as it shows that sees on some expressive heart feeling, though Theo's treatment of Alicia is abruptly cut short. And when she brutally attacks another patient before the hospital staff sedate her, she surprises Theo by giving him a diary in it. And in it, he reads that Alicia was being stalked in the days before Gabriel's murder. Theo's personal life unravels that he follows Kathy and confirms that he is conducting an affair with another man. Spying on the man, Theo finds out that he is married and his wife is ignorant of the affair. Theo then returns to Alicia's childhood home where he has a breakthrough. Paul tells Theo that after the death of Alicia's mother, her father wished aloud that Alicia had died instead. Theo realized that psychologically her father killed her in the moment. Something similar had been triggered a traumatic response in her on the night of the murder. At the group, he confronts Alicia with the discovery and she finally begins to speak. She recounts the night of the murder, claiming that the man who had been stalking her tied her up and murdered Gabriel. Theo, however, believes that she is lying. The next morning, staff at the group find Alicia in a coma after a presumed dog overdose. Theo, however, accuses Christian of attempting murder Alicia with an injection, and the police were summoned. Theo returns to the home of Kathy's affair partner. He enters the room to confront the man's wife, who is revealed that Alicia Branson, an unreliable narrator. Theo has been manipulating the timeline of the story to conceal his stalking of Alicia and his involvement in death of Gabriel. In a diary entry hidden from Theo, Alicia has explained what actually happened on the fateful night. Masked to hide his identity, Theo ties up both Alicia and Gabriel with rope. Hoping to expose Gabriel's disloyalty, Theo offers Gabriel a choice's life of Alicia's. Gabriel chooses to save himself, and Theo leaves without killing anyone. However, Gabriel's unwillingness to sacrifice Alicia triggers her unsolved trauma regarding to father. She picks up the gun and shoots Gabriel several times, killing him. Years later, she recognized Theo as a stalker when he begins working at the group. She decides to feign ignorance until she's sure about the identification and better understands Theo's motives for coming to the group. When she finally agrees to speak to Theo, she lies about the evidence of Gabriel's murder to indicate to him that she knows about the involvement. Theo, not Christine, gives Alicia an injection that renders her comatose to silence her and hide her complicity, though he insists that he had no idea that Alicia would kill Gabriel. Later, Theo and Kathy have left London and are unhappy in their marriage, really speaking, and Alicia remains in a coma with really chance of recovery. Chief Inspector Ellen and the officer in charge of Alicia's case visits Theo at his home and reveals that he has found Alicia's final diary entry, which exposes Theo's crimes. As the inspectors reads out the diary entry, Theo observes it was snowing and catches a snowflake on tongue. And that's the end of the story. I hope you liked it. It is a very interesting book. If you like to purchase one, the book is called The Silent Patient.